Okay, so I'm going to be talking to you today about how you can have fun with friends and enjoy exploring your psychic skills. So I'm going to be talking about psychometry a little bit. So psychometry is something that people use when they want to find out about someone without knowing them. And psychics have used it throughout the centuries. They'll hold on to an article of clothing that somebody has worn, or a necklace that was special to somebody, or maybe a watch. And they'll begin to get a sense of the person, their personality, maybe some of their thoughts and emotions and things of that sort. It's a bit invasive to do this with people that you actually know in your everyday life. So what I suggest to do for fun with your friends is actually to go to a secondhand store, go to a used clothing store. Maybe get one object, like a shirt or some pants or something like that, and put it in a bag. Then take it back to a party or to your little group of friends, and don't even tell them what they're touching, so that they can't get any preformed ideas about the style of the person or the kind of thing they would wear, the personality they might have had because of the kind of thing they would wear. You don't want any of that. What you'd like to stimulate is an ability to kind of touch the object and then begin to daydream visions of the last person that wore it. Now, what's interesting is that objects, according to what I believe and a lot of other psychics believe, objects actually interact with their environment at a very tiny microscopic level. So there's atoms and molecules, they're moving around. We're sloughing off skin all the time, it's entering the air, and then the air is affecting us, we're breathing it in, and objects are just kind of light energy as well. They've got all these moving parts. And the idea of psychometry is that these vibrations affect each other. And then solid objects actually hold on to these vibrations throughout time. So it would theoretically be possible for you to touch a watch that is old and has been used by more than one person, and you could potentially get information on each of the people that has worn the watch or held the watch, and in addition, you might even get information about where the watch was stored, what time period it was made in, and things like that. So what you can do for fun is you can go to a used clothing store, like I had mentioned, buy an article of clothing, put it in a bag, bring it back to your group of friends, and don't even tell anybody what's in the bag. Have people close their eyes, touch the object, and what they want to do when they touch the object, maybe the shirt or the pair of pants or the shoes, is just basically feel the object, allow a little bit of silence to occur, and begin allowing themselves to enter kind of a daydream type state. So it's not active imagination where you're trying to think about how to tell a story because you're in a creative writing class. It's more like you're allowing a story to come into you, kind of like you would if you weren't paying attention and just looking at a wall. You started to daydream about what you might do later on in the afternoon. It's that kind of thing. It comes to you rather than you going to it. So as you're daydreaming, see if you can pick up who wore the object, who last had it, maybe what their likes and dislikes were, a little bit about what they might have been thinking when they were using the object, some of their emotions. I remember I had a shirt one time that I bought at a Salvation Army, and it was really funny. It was I think it was a men's shirt, but I liked it, so I bought it. And when I touched the shirt, I got all these thoughts about food. This particular guy, I think, was very food focused, and he was really, really thinking about what he ate for lunch and what his wife might cook for dinner. And that took up a really large amount of his mental space. At least that's the impression that I got from touching the shirt. And what you can do with your friends is take turns touching the object and then just write down what you get about the person, what you're kind of receiving as information that's coming in about the person that last had the object. Then later on, you can compare what you've written down with your friends and see if there's anything in common. Now, because objects are made in a particular place, for me as a sensitive person, it can be a bit sad at times for me to go shopping, because I may touch something that was made by, child laborers or people who are working way too many hours for not much money. And I can really sense the angst of the people that were making the clothing that I'm touching sometimes, and it can get a little emotional for me. There's certain things that I won't buy because I feel bad when I touch it. Or things I won't buy because I feel bad when I touch them, rather. So this will increase your psychic ability if you repeat these kinds of activities. And just be aware of that. It can affect you later on, and you can get feelings about other things that you might touch. But it sure is fun to do on a rainy day with friends, and just check it out, compare your notes, and see what happens. Have a great time. Until next time, bye-bye.